Well, ladies and gentlemen, I know. You're used to seeing these two handsome, chocolate, sexy men on Fridays. Well, hey, it's Saturday. It's
It's
sexy
Saturday.
afternoon, and you got your boy, the franchise player, the mixologist himself, Mr. Chemical Julian. Welcome to a special edition of a Saturday Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast. Julian, last night was pretty fucking epic. At least for one show, it was.
Oh man, last night was pretty interesting. Pretty interesting.
Man,
Especially for being a Good Friday.
it wasn't so good for certain people, I'll tell
Yeah,
you
some
that.
folks it was not good at all.
Man. Well, you know what? Before we go into AEW or before we go into SmackDown, let's talk about something real quick. You and I were just talking about it off air. Ladies and gentlemen, it is that season. It is that season when people are dealing with depression,
It's
dealing with
holiday.
all types of things. So, me personally, as a person who deals with it on a continuous basis, I would like to have you guys do me a favor and go ahead and call this number if you have any problems. Call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline 1-800-273-8255 or text GO to 741-741 to reach a trained crisis counselor and the crisis text line, a global nonprofit organization that is free for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And I will tell you this, ladies and gentlemen, this phone number has saved my life several fucking times. Use it. It fucking works. I promise you. So, now we got that out of the way. Let's talk about
call the lifeline, call a friend, call somebody.
Yeah. Don't play the telephone game like most of these assholes out there, but
Yeah, don't
use the line. Use the line. Let's talk about AEW Rampage first, because man, there was some shit that happened there. I got to get off my chest.
Good old Rampage.
Man.
So we
talked
about this before.
Let me tell you this: the show was so good, I didn't even mind Mark Henry. And for those who know, you know. For those who don't know, you don't need to know.
Amazing.
Yeah. So go ahead. I had to get that out of the way because Mark Henry.
So first match of the night was a trios night, and it was the Blackpool Combat Club versus the Gun Club. Ladies and gentlemen, we've talked about this before. We've said it before. You don't realize how big Billy Gunn is.
He's a fucking monster, massive.
Dude is huge, and even though it's years later, he's in phenomenal shape. Jack, he's still big, and he was in there with his sons last night.
They were 42-0 in trios action.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
And you had Bryan Danielson, Jon Moxley, and Wheeler Yuta. Wheeler Yuta, who went head to head with Billy Gunn.
No fucks given.
Which was great to see. I mean, just straight up head to head, trading slaps and hits and chops.
And Billy hits hard.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he hits real hard. Because when he came in and cleared the ring, he was knocking everybody down.
Mm-hmm.
Man, Bryan Danielson, this dude is just phenomenal. I mean, he's just, he's one of the best in the game right now. He's killing it. His technical expertise, which he will mix in some brawling to, is just off the chain. His level of confidence in the ring just shines through. I mean, dude knows what he's doing. He hasn't hurt anybody. As brutal as it looks, and of course, Jon Moxley was in there, just beating the crap out of folks. Really good to see him doing his thing. And Wheeler Yuta stepped up, man, just completely stepped up. So, your boy William Regal made some good picks. He made some good choices.
Man, I will tell you, this match off the chain. Like I said, Moxley. Okay, so let's talk about Yuta real quick, because this pairing with Yuta and William Regal in the Blackpool Combat Club. This is called the BCC. I'm gonna keep calling it Blackpool Combat Club. The BCC, not the BBC, ladies and gentlemen. The BCC. That's right. That's a weird. Is that on my screen? Oh, that's on your screen. That's some weird. That was my screen. Oh, okay, cool. It's gone. I mean, like you said, him and Billy Gunn just trading blows like it was no tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like, dude, and Willie Yuta's not a big dude. He's like 190 pounds, and he's like 5'8", 5'9".
Yeah.
And Billy Gunn is like 260 pounds of like rock solid granite.
Yeah.
And the guy is like 6'8", so he's a fucking giant. And they were just, oh my god, beating the ever loving shit out of each other.
Yeah.
Yuta with the Yuta puts the Indian Deathlock on, a variation of Indian Deathlock with the neck bridge, dude. Like Colton Gunn was getting his ass handed to him by Yuta.
Yeah.
It's just, I mean, I don't know, man. These guys.
So what I'm seeing here, and what we really like to see, and what the whole purpose of bringing in a Moxley and a CM Punk and a Bryan Danielson is, you are now literally taking a younger talent and you're elevating them. I mean, Wheeler.
Wait. They're doing what?
They're elevating. So Yuta.
Wait, they're doing what with what?
Yuta is elevating, is being elevated.
Wait. So you're saying that AEW is pushing younger talents?
What? I know that's what they're supposed to do, right?
I mean, I don't know. When's the last time WWE made a new star?
Well, Madcap Moss.
Shit. Riddick Moss ain't new, man.
Riddick
Moss has been there for like a decade, bro. He is not new.
Hey, man, he's new to the main roster.
So okay, I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
It's like he did all house shows and then showed up on a pay-per-view. So he's new.
Yep, that's right. Okay.
So, but yeah, he's getting all kinds of shine. And now, when we say new talent, we don't mean someone who's green, who just broke in the business.
Mm-hmm.
This is somebody who someone looked at him and said, this dude is badass. We need to really put a spotlight on him and show people what he can do. And that's what
you're right about that. You're completely 1,000% right about that. Not only do they're creating a new talent, but when you put him with guys like Moxley, when you put him with guys like Regal, who's Regal is a phenomenal like scout. Like Regal can take any backyard wrestler and make them a fucking world champion in 6 months.
Which literally was his job in WWE.
Yes.
I mean, his job was to go to indie shows and be like yay or nay and say, hey, come have a tryout. And if you remember the NXT Black and Gold brand, all these guys that you saw come in was literally Regal going to a show and going, we want him, we want her, we want her, we want him.
Regal basically walked into PWG and was like, you, and you report to Orlando next week.
Correct.
And this is a guy that brought you Candice LeRae, Tommaso Ciampa, Johnny Gargano, Samoa Joe, Sami Zayn, Bayley, Sasha. Like, this is the reason why when he got fired, all these people were like, thank you, Regal, because those guys were working on the indies, busting their ass. And the WWE was like, we don't want these guys.
That's why when he got fired, everyone was like,
right? They were like, well, what?
This dude? And the funny thing is, not just because they're both Asian, but if you would give the same treatment to a Tozawa, who has proven himself in the past, instead of having him run around the 24/7 title and chasing Tamina and getting married next week,
oh god,
you would have a badass in the ring competing for the Intercontinental Championship at least, and putting on some fire matches. Because he and Ricochet would burn the house down.
Dude, there are so many. We'll talk about that when we get to it.
We'll get to it.
Because I'm a little upset about that too. So, this match was fucking great. Oh my god. There was one part where Billy Gunn got the 2 count. He tagged Austin in, and Austin came in and did the ooh ah to Moxley. I was like, you're trolling too hard, kid. You're trolling too hard.
Begging for it.
Mm-hmm. And he missed the spear, which was even funny.
Yeah.
So
let's not forget, Yuta won with the most devastating move in professional wrestling today.
Surprise!
The backwoods.
Man, it was great though. It was actually the Cobra Clutch Slam. Billy looked like he was gonna hit the Famouser, but you know what? Yuta was like, "Not today. I'm blocking this shit. Roll up,
roll up. 1, 2, 3.
Shout out to our boy,
Throwback.
Yeah. So it's a rare show, buddy boy. So the winners of this match, the BCC Blackpool Combat Club, I'll give it a 3 out of 4 stars. Yuta getting the big win, but what's funny was Yuta got up and was like, "Yeah," and he raised his hand. He fucking went to Rose. He started going crazy, and Moxley was trying to raise his hand. I don't think he realized it. He was so excited that he won the match. Yeah. And then Moxley was like, "Okay, go ahead, kid." And he gets on the rope and he gets all excited.
Do your thing, yeah.
But Regal during commentary was funny. He's like, "I'm having a bad hair day. That's unruly."
And then when the match was over, he's like, "Well, time to go.
Time to go." Yeah, it was hilarious.
So, hey, we talked about this last week. Well, first of all right. Butcher versus Barrett Brown.
Shout out to Barrett Brown, former NWA World Junior Heavyweight Champion, NWA Texoma Pro, standout, good kid, good guy.
I laughed my ass off when Barrett Brown went for the missile drop kick off the top rope.
Right from the gate.
It looked like he missed, but Butcher just no-sold it. But it looks like something we've seen in a couple of matches on Rampage where someone comes off the top rope and just kind of falls short.
I remember that. That was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, Butcher for a quick squash match here.
They're setting Butcher up for his match on Dynamite, but Butcher hit the doctor bomb.
Yep.
Which they were saying, oh, looks like he's calling out Wardlow, and they kept calling Wardlow the War Pig.
The War Pig.
Like, you know why we call him the War Pig? Because you got a butcher, and you know what a butcher does to a pig, right? And I'm like,
yeah,
yeah.
Because evidently MJF has hired the butcher
to cut down the War Pig,
to take out the War Pig. So yeah, MJF using his bottomless pockets of money to do his dirty work.
So, in a sense, MJF is the young Ted DiBiase.
Correct. Without the $1 million belt. Would that make Sean Spears his Virgil?
The $1 million belt's that big ass ring.
Correct. So next, oh my God, it's Ruby Soho. Where's she been?
Okay. Ruby Soho versus Robin Renegade or Charlotte Renegade, one of the Renegades. Who fucking knows?
Was she part of a group called the Renegades?
They're like a little tag team. they're a twin sister. Bella twin magic gimmick.
Okay.
So it was good to see Ruby Soho back on TV. She's in this Owen Hart Foundation tournament, which is great. So basically, Ruby starts out Narrowlock, Renegade reverses powers Ruby down, headbutts her, and then follows with an STO.
But no twin magic.
Yeah, so back and forth. Ruby's taking a lot of heat. Back and forth, and then she gets her shine back, and she's beating this chick down. Chick bumps to the ground, rolls out, and on the other side of the ring, the other chick rolls in. I knew they were going to do the twin magic gimmick because that's what they do every week. Poor Bryce. Bryce is our boy, man. I love him because that guy goes through so much shit. That's Bryce Rensburg, in case you guys don't know. He's the referee at AEW, who seems to be in him and Rick Knox. They're always the two. They're always in the middle of these stupid fucking matches. So in the end, Bryce Rensburg doesn't even realize that there's two of them. Like everyone knows they're twins.
Out not once but twice.
Yeah, twice. So there's a big clothesline. Renegade hits a big clothesline. They went to a commercial break, which really fucking sucks. You know how much I hate picture in picture. But during that commercial break, Ruby hits a big backdrop on her. She hits the running boot to her head, and that's when the twin magic happened. Charlotte rolls in, Ruby rolls out. I mean, Charlotte rolls in, Robin rolls out, right? Charlotte goes for a senton, but gets knee. But she goes for the senton, but Ruby gets the knees up. Boom, picks her up, fireman's carry. But Ruby hits the detonation kick, right?
Yep.
Charlotte rolls out on the other side of the fucking ring.
Yep.
Robin rolls back in. So Robin rolls back in, and then she gets rolled up. 1, 2, 3. So basically, we have another surprise roll. So Ruby Soho wins, right? The match wasn't great at all. I give it a 1 out of 4 because it wasn't that great at all. I don't understand why people didn't realize that they were twins, because every week they come out together as the Renegade Sisters.
Hey man, I give it a 2.5 just for twin magic. I do not like Hocus Pocus, but twin magic always wins. And that's simply because I used to love it when the Killer Bees did it.
Well, yeah. They put the mask on though. But see, here's the deal. Jim Brunzell and Brian Blair, they weighed the same. Their bodies looked the same. So it worked. It's not like when Dax and Cash did it when they did the Lucha mask that one time. Yeah. Like that was stupid because they are two differently built guys. That'd be like me and Shane putting the mask on and Shane rolling in as me. Ain't nobody gonna fucking believe that. Come on. No one's gonna believe that shit.
Hey, so I wonder if the Usos put on a mask for a match, could they get away with it?
Well, yeah, because if you look at their bodies, their tattoos are on the same side.
Yeah.
So they can get away with it. Now,
if one of them took like flash paper to the face and was like, I got to cover my face, yeah, they can work that into a storyline.
Now, Chad Gable and fucking Otis did it.
Oh, my God.
In the WWE, it'll probably work. They actually be like, tag. They would not be fucking tell the difference.
Come on.
We've seen this. We've seen the stupid shit. We've seen that stupid shit. You know it's true.
Yeah. That'd be that'd be like Bivens and Omos doing that.
I mean, it might work. Let me tell you why. It might work in WWE. Andre the Giant, Big John Studd.
Come on, man.
Demolition Axe, Big Machine, Super Machine, Giant Machine.
Giant Machine.
How the fuck did you not know that was Andre the Giant? Mr. America. Okay.
Who lifted up his mask.
Same moves as Hogan. Lifted up his mask. Same goatee. Hair hanging at the bottom, right? The Midnight Rider.
Yeah.
Dusty Rhodes. Rest in peace. Superior legend in his business. Done everything the right way. Except the fucking Midnight Rider. Because my mom loved Dusty Rhodes. She was a Dusty Rhodes and Nikita Koloff woman all day long. She loved the hell out of Dusty Rhodes, Americana. She loved that guy. But she was like, why the fuck he dressing like that? She was like, everybody, he did a fucking flip-flop and fly elbow. He got that big-ass hematoma on his stomach. Everybody knew who Dusty Rhodes was. The Midnight Rider did the same shit.
Yep.
Barry Windham, the Yellow Dog.
Yeah.
Barry Windham, you 6'8" motherfucking slanky ass dude with your hair hanging at the bottom of the mask.
Can't miss him, brother. Can't miss him.
The only gimmick that I feel that actually went over with the mask gimmick was the Black Scorpion.
That's because Black Scorpion is like 3 different people.
Exactly. They were 3 different people that didn't look the same.
It was 3 different people, and the 2 people who were on video were different, and then you had a third different person come out to the ring.
Yeah. Owen Hart had the American wrestling and himself. People know Owen Hart wasn't an American wrestler. Owen Hart was a Canadian wrestler. Owen Hart was not American. Also, the Blue Blazer.
Yeah.
I knew Blue Blazer was Owen Hart.
Look,
the flip off the top rope, Owen Hart, Blue Blazer, all the time.
When Blue Blazer had the jetpack on, and you pressed the button to make the smoke come out, and you literally saw him jump to the next step, and he was trying to make you believe the jetpack propelled him up. I was like, man, come on.
That's all WWE. You won't see that shit in AEW.
What are you all doing here? Hopefully you wouldn't see that today at all.
Well,
I said hopefully.
We saw that with Damian Priest, some shit like that. But Even
Hocus
Malachi.
Pocus.
What did Brody King call him? Wish.com version of the House of Black.
Yeah, House of Black. Yeah,
Yeah.
Wish.com House of Black.
That was funny as shit. It's true. The Godfather and Papa Shango, same thing. Kama Mustafa and the Godfather.
Now hold on. Papa Shango looked a lot different in presentation from Kama Mustafa.
Okay,
and
you're right.
He had the bald head, he had the skull, the smoke, and all that. So that kind of distracted from the tattoos. That obviously told you that it was him.
No, it's like what's that shit?
Renegade and Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah. Anyway,
that's him.
Texas Tornado. Yeah. All right. Well, speaking of the Texas Tornado, the main event for this show, ladies and gentlemen, I gotta say this: Rampage is on fire. It's a 1-hour show. Doesn't have all that goofy shit, but this shit right here, my God. Before I go into the whole match, I'm going to give it a straight up 4 out of 4. I will say 4 out of 4 because
it's not the Tokyo Dome.
I woke up this morning and I chose violence. I chose violence because of this damn match. Texas death match for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. Your boy Hangman Adam Page versus Adam Cole, baby.
So let's make one thing clear here.
Wow.
Adam Cole just knew he was going to win. Adam Cole just was like, Page, you fight me. I'm taking the title. It's a wrap. But this was a clean match. No interference, no run in.
Right.
No, nobody putting their hands in the soup. And number 2, Cowboy Adam Page showed that he came to play and he came to fight.
Okay, Adam Page came to kill somebody. He came to kill somebody.
The chair shots, he went for the pile driver. So funny enough, there was not an excessive amount of super kicks in this match. We only got really 2 buckshot lariats.
2 mean buckshot lariats.
It was a straight up brawl.
Look,
and we ended up with a bunch of chairs in the ring. Actually, when Adam Cole went ahead and hit the Tequila Sunrise, he missed the chair by about 3 inches. That pile of chairs by about 3 inches, and I was like, man, if he was about 3 inches back, there would have been blood all over that ring.
Okay, let's talk about this because this right here, although it excited me to see it. Because it was like an awesome thing to do. Well, there's 3 things actually that excited me to see it. But the first thing that excited me to see it was Adam Page grabs a fucking beer from a fan,
smacks him in the head,
and smacks him in the face with it, and then drank the beer. I was like, first off, you smacked him in the face with it, yeah, but now you might get COVID.
With an aluminum can Budweiser.
Right? Just crack, right?
Secondly, then Adam Cole took the fuck off.
And then
where'd he go? He was like, fuck that.
Adam Page, he pulls out a chair and he smacks Cole with the chair. He smacks him again with the chair. Then he throws the fucking chair on the ground, rolls outside the ring, ladies and gentlemen, grabs a chair from under the ring that has barbed wire on the chair, gets in the ring, and this is some great storytelling. Because in his promo earlier, he was like, I'm going to kill you. Now, remember, this is Adam Page. This is Adam Page's second Texas death match ever. I mean, the first one, he was like, what the fuck's that?
Yeah.
And he wrestled Lance Archer, the fucking murder hawk monster, who they beat the shit out of each other.
Yeah. Adam
Page ain't wearing wrestling boots. He's wearing some goddamn cowboy boots. Me personally, I couldn't walk in cowboy boots. There's no way I can be doing buckshot lariats and shit. None of that shit in cowboy boots. This match would have made Dusty Rhodes happy. This was a bunkhouse stampede match, in my opinion.
Yeah.
He grabs the fucking barbed wire. And he looks at the chair and looks at Cole, who he had taken off his belt and tied to the top rope.
He tied him to the rope.
He looks at the chair. He looks at Cole. He looks at the chair. He looks at Cole, and the fans are like, "Do it, do it!" He throws the fucking chair down.
He couldn't do it
because he's such a fucking white meat baby face. He could not do it.
So he goes and he loosens up Adam Cole from the top rope, releases the belt, unbinds him. Pow! He gets up. Pow! He gets up. Uppercut to the nuts for his efforts. Why? Because the heel is going to be the heel. And if you're the baby face, remember, the heel says, "Hey, I did it because you wouldn't."
Right. I did it first because you wouldn't. So as he hits him there, right? Paige is down, hurting really bad. Adam Cole's like, "Fuck it, I'll kill him." Adam Cole.
The funny thing is this: when Adam Page was untying Adam Cole, the crowd booed him. They were like,
"Yeah."
Boo.
They were like, wrestling fans are crazy. They're sadistic. They want to see somebody get the shit smashed out of them.
We want to see you split his head open. What are you doing?
Mm-hmm. They do not care. Like, they want to see somebody bleed.
I can't do that. But now he's pissed. So he takes the barbed wire and he wraps it around his forearm. And it looks like the whole intent is for him to do a buckshot lariat with the barbed wire wrapped around his forearm. But he never gets that far. His efforts get thwarted. But what does happen is...
Oh, wait, before you go any further. What did he do? He put a motherfucking table outside the ring.
Yeah.
Jim, you know, I gotta quote Jim Ross when I say this. Who puts these fucking chairs and tables under the ring? Like, why? Why are there always some chairs? Why is there always a chair, tables, and fucking candlesticks and barbed wire under the ring? What does the ring crew do?
Where else you keep them?
I mean, not at home, I guess. Why is the ring crew always throwing that shit in the ring? If you're a ring crew, if you're on a ring crew of a wrestling show, ladies and gentlemen, stop putting weapons under the goddamn ring.
Sledgehammers.
Shit. Nail guns.
Stop signs.
Man.
So yeah, he takes the barbed wire. Sorry, Adam Page takes the barbed wire and he gives Adam Cole a crown of thorns, picks him up and gives him I call it a reverse pile driver, but it's called a what?
It's called the dead eye.
Gives him the dead eye. Off the ring apron, through the table.
Through the table. But wait. There's more.
But when I tell you that table exploded, I mean, that table just shattered. Just pieces everywhere.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, Julian is being nice. He's not telling you the whole story. He's not telling you that sick, sadistic Adam fucking Page puts the barbed wire on Adam Cole's head like a fucking crown, like Jesus with the thorns.
On Good Friday.
He drops him on Good Friday. I didn't think of that. On top of his head.
Yep.
Through the table. To the floor. What a sick son of a bitch.
Ring apron through the table to the floor. And the ref started the 10 count. Page makes it back in. And Adam Cole does not. For obvious reasons.
Look.
This, I mean, you want to talk about plunder and destruction and mayhem. I mean, this was just.
And here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. This is why I gave it a 4, a rating of 4 out of 4. Adam Cole came out and tried to do what no man has done and survive. Hangman Adam Page in a Texas Death match and win the world title. He didn't win the world title. Adam Page is still your world champion.
He did not.
But the loss of blood and all the plunder in this match, this is the way to end the feud. See, WWE will have a last man standing match as the first match of a fucking feud. This right here built to this fucking match. This built to where it needed to be done. Somebody was going to get their asses whooped in this match. And they did.
So the funny thing is this. So the lead up, where this is all headed, where this is all supposed to collide, is this is supposed to be Adam Page versus CM Punk. But earlier in the night, we had Dustin Rhodes, the old Gold Dust, challenge
this
CM
was
Punk.
This was an emotional thing too.
Yeah. And we have the Butcher going after Wardlow, but Butcher also challenged CM Punk to a fight, didn't he?
No. No, he just said he would destroy CM Punk. That's what he said.
Yeah. What?
I don't know where that comment came from, but it's funny as shit. So,
all right.
Oh my god.
So that is how Rampage went off the air. Our winner and still champion, cowboy shit, Adam Page.
Look, ladies and gentlemen, I've seen some violent shit in my wrestling career. I've watched some violent matches. This by far was pretty fucking violent. And not only was it pretty fucking violent, it was violent for no reason at all. The best kind of violence.
You know what, though? It was a Texas death match, so unfortunately nobody died, but it kind of lived up to it. But I'm sorry. I don't know if I sent you guys that picture in the chat group, but that picture of Wheeler Yuta with the 2 streams of blood squirting from his forehead, the bar has been set.
Yeah.
To me, just some of the bloody shit I've seen in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
That is up there with Eddie and the Crimson Mask.
Man. Look, ladies and gentlemen, we love when you guys come on the podcast. 1 second. Whoops.
Oh, what we got here?
Oh man, so that was some wild shit. I love when you guys watch our podcast and you guys leave us cute little quotes and things like that. But this is probably one of the funniest shit I've ever seen. So I'm gonna put it on the screen. Your ad really touched my heart. I'd love to buy the couch to help you reach your financial goal by tickling random people's belly buttons. I have no fucking clue, but
that was random as hell, but that was funny.
That was funny. Thank you for making my day, Facebook user. And we don't know who you are because you didn't click on it to let us know who you were. But yeah, so like I said, it is what it is. It was a great show. 1 hour of wrestling, ladies and gentlemen. 1 hour of wrestling.
1 hour of
wrestling. Touch so many hearts. Just 1 hour of wrestling. And you see how great that 1 hour was? Man. Plus, there's like
a 2 hour show.
So there's these huge announcements that are coming up. Like, you know, if you follow Tony Khan on Twitter, he's talking about this huge announcement. More than likely, it's going to be an announcement of Ring of Honor's TV deal.
Yeah.
I hope it is, because later on today, the Battle of the Belts, we get to see Dalton Castle versus the Octopus himself, Jonathan Gresham, for the Ring of Honor World Title. Battle of the Belts this is what a Battle of the Belts should be.
When is the last time we saw Dalton Castle?
Supercard of Honor.
Yeah.
And Dalton Castle look good there too.
Yeah.
And let the peacocks fly. You know how much I hate peacocks. Yeah. So it's gonna be awesome. Yeah. So let's get to Smackdown, which has been slightly down in viewership and in key demographics lately. I'm not going to say that. There's some news on Alberto El Patron making this return to pro wrestling. Why? It is what it is. There's also going to be some news on the Shooting Hour, which is going to debut on Splash TV really soon.
Excellent.
Some of the guests, oh my god, man! Some of the guests, some of the stuff that's going to be.
I was going to. So, as far as your guest list for the Shooting Hour, have you just been like, have folks been signing up?
Oh yeah. People. There are some people that have some
axe to
dirt.
grind.
Not even axe to grind, just like dirt, and it's not dirt. It's like dirt with. It's like dirt with
receipts.
Actual factual receipts.
Yeah.
So, it's gonna be interesting.
Ooh, we're either gonna clear the air or make the water a little bit muddier.
Oh man, no, trust me. Some of this shit's gonna clear the air. There won't be no muddy in the water. And the beautiful thing about the way it's set up with this show is that so let me explain the rules of the show just so people will kind of understand. The way the show's going to work is this. Julian, let's say you have a axe to grind, or you have something that you want to open up about or talk about. We will give you 10 questions. Now, before the show airs, we will go over the 10 questions with you.
Okay.
Not ask for your answers, but we will say, okay, so Julian, these are the 10 questions we're going to ask you. And you have to agree to those 10 questions. If you agree to those 10 questions, everything that you agree to has to be actual and factual. Like if I say, Julian, is it true that you are a chemist? Because rumor is you're not a chemist. Do you have proof? Well, sure. Here's my motherfucking certificate right here. I can, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Here's your proof. It can't be hearsay, he said, she said. It has to be legitimate fucking proof. No edited screenshots, none of that shit.
Okay.
So let's say, for instance,
a
wrestler was accused of sending naked pictures to a wrestler's wife. But this wrestler claims that, oh, no. She was trying to sexually harass me, and I just sent a picture to her. We were sending pictures back and forth. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we all know Snapchat, you can edit your snaps. You can send a Snapchat to someone and you can delete your portion and just have theirs.
Correct.
We know that. But it's different when you're sending text messages.
And you got to stream.
And they screenshot those pictures and messages. It's different when this person says, hey, for instance, like I live in Washington, right? I live in Oregon. And then someone in Washington who's been stalking me notices that I show up in Washington because they're looking at my Facebook or my Instagram or whatever that's tracking my location. And then they show up where I'm at.
Correct.
And let's say, for instance, I say, Julian, I don't want you to keep calling me. Stop talking to me. Stop texting me. And your reply is, no, I won't. But you delete the no, I won't.
Gotcha.
So people are thinking, oh, well, she said no, stop. So anyway, this person has all the receipts from these conversations that this person was claiming they weren't true.
Nice.
So this person wants to clear the air because they had their name ran through the mud because of, group mentality.
We love receipts. We love proof.
Hey, I always tell people, I ain't just got the receipts. I own the register.
We love the actual factuals.
So just like good old Maury, this is a professional wrestling version of a Maury Povich show.
Bring them on out.
Mm-hmm. Come on down, baby, because we got the receipts.
You are
that ass. So, okay. Anyway, so let's get into this.
It's on Splash TV.
It's going to be on Splash TV.
How can we watch Splash TV?
You can go to Amazon Fire. You can go to your iOS if you have an iPhone. You can go download the app on your PC, your Roku TV, or your Roku, your Amazon Fire Stick. Hell, you can download it on the goddamn Kindle Fire.
And what other content can we find on Splash TV?
Oh, man, you can find professional wrestling stuff. You can find podcasts. You can find all types of shit. You can go look up Splash TV at www.splash.tv. I'm just saying. It's going to be legit, man. It's going to be legit. Like Layla Hirsch.
Legit like Layla Hirsch.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to bring you the most. And speaking of the most, let's go ahead and go to a quick commercial break because we haven't had one of those in a while. And we will be right back with more.
Let's go pay the bills.
The Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast.
Drive me insane! All these rules are lame, have been taking all the fun out! Drive me insane! All these rules are lame, have been taking all the fun out! Drive me insane! All these
When you want to get your hair cut, you go get your hair cut right. You head down to Big D's Barbershop. Big D's Barbershop, Vancouver, Washington's best and brightest. 1019 Main Street, Vancouver, Washington, where you can go get your hair lined up, cuts, fades, shampoos, conditions, and all the great things that go with supporting a local barbershop in a local business area. You can also reach them online at www.bigdsbarbershop.com. Go get your haircut right.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
And we are back. That commercial
And we're back. Say it again.
That commercial went by so quick. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what? We haven't played this commercial in a while. Let's play this one. We'll be right back.
Professional wrestling is one of the toughest sports going today. If you ever dreamed of being a professional wrestler, then former WWE superstar and World Tag Team Champion Sir Mo of the famed tag team Men on a Mission invites you, yes, you, to join his Bumps and Bruises Academy. Now in 2 locations in Carrollton, Texas and Sherwood, Arkansas. Allow Sir Mo and his head coach, Dante Smiley, and other coaches to get you on the road to an exciting and rewarding career. Classes forming now for your shot. Contact Sir Mo at 704-819-7312 or fill out an information questionnaire now. Don't wait, make your dreams come true today by joining the Bumps and Bruises Pro Wrestling Academy.
Hi, this is James Beard with SWE Fury, and you're watching the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast.
And we are back. We're back. This time we are back for good, ladies.
And here we are.
So let's get into SmackDown.
So the major stories going into SmackDown this week are, number one, the unification of the Raw and SmackDown Tag Team Championships, which is going to result in a match between Randy Orton, or Riddle and Uso at the in the main event. We've also got the Intercontinental Championship with Ricochet versus former 3MB member Jinder Mahal. We are also going to have a match between Rhea Ripley and
was it Bianca? No, wait, not Bianca.
Sasha.
Sasha, yeah.
No. Was it Sasha or was it Naomi?
I think it was Naomi.
Yeah, it was Naomi. And of course, we're going to have another match with Sami Zayn versus
Drew McIntyre.
the Scottish Psychopath. Funny enough, we have an appearance by Drew Gulak. Let's talk about that for a second. So Drew Gulak, former cruiserweight champion. He got called in from NXT from what was the name of that show? 205 Live.
Same thing, NXT.
Yeah. And he's now an in-ring announcer. First time I've seen him, but I'm guessing maybe it's for this segment in particular. And he's interviewing Charlotte, who, he tells Charlotte, hey, Ronda Rousey challenged you to I Quit match, and you were like, get to the back of the line, bitch. But the powers that be made the match anyway for Backlash. And Charlotte says she was not ducking her, et cetera, et cetera. So the interview segment is over. Charlotte hits Drew Gulak in the back of his leg with low blow, puts the figure 8 on him, and makes him tap out. Yeah, exactly. So, okay, I get it.
I don't know what to say.
It puts over Charlotte as a heel. But why Drew Gulak? That's the part that I don't get.
I don't understand. Like, he legitimately is one of the most amazing fucking wrestlers in the fucking world.
Why they brought him back for this quote-unquote interview segment?
I'm going to say this now. 97% of the show made no fucking sense. Let's start from the top. Rhea Ripley defeats Naomi. Just a riptide on her.
Why?
So the 50-50 booking is back.
What not even 50-50 booking. They are doing what you absolutely hate the most. And that is the champions losing
week after week after week after week
until they get to the championship match. So if the title's not on the line, I can just go ahead and get rolled up, or I can get pinned, or I can get whatever.
Apparently, that's the fucking thing to do. I'm gonna start doing.
But but the title's on the line, then we're gonna go in the ring and win. So it's kind of like a sign that if the champions are losing, then they're gonna win when it comes to the pay-per-view or to the main event.
50-50 booking.
Which leads me to believe that the Usos are going to become your unified tag team champions.
Wait, hold on. But let's not even go there yet. Let's talk about this. Rhea Ripley hasn't been around the last like 3 weeks. But
Rhea Ripley was actually pissed at her partner for losing.
She walked up to Liv Morgan and she said, I'm sorry about what happened at the pay-per-view. Don't worry. We're going to get another title shot at the champions. They've lost every fucking time, but they keep getting title shots. Remember Shotzi? And I fucking hate Shotzi. Personally, I fucking hate Shotzi. But Shotzi and fucking Tegan Nox, they pinned the champs 3 times.
Yeah.
Never got their fucking match. But these guys have lost every match, and they keep getting title after title after title, right? So, Rhea Ripley defeats Naomi.
And last week,
Naomi has been beaten.
Beat Sasha.
Naomi's been beaten twice. Sasha's been beaten once. So that's 3 losses that the tag team champions have had. 2 at the hands of Liv Morgan.
Whoa. That's 2 losses Naomi has had and 1 loss that Sasha has had.
Hmm?
The tag team champs have not lost since winning the belts.
Okay, because they haven't defended the belts.
Well, if you don't defend the belts, you can't lose belts.
Case in point. Shit, I stand corrected.
Nakamura was Intercontinental Champion for 6 months.
Just Exciting was BCW Worldwide Champion for 3 years, 2 years of the pandemic. But shit, you're right. You're right.
If you don't defend the belt, you can't lose the belt.
You know what, Julian?
So,
you know what? I'm out of here, man. I'm out of here. I legitimately just learned something about professional wrestling. I've been in business 30 years. I just learned something new right now. If
And you
don't
can
defend the
show
belt,
up
you
to
can't
work
lose
like
it.
a sucker.
You just be like, yo, I'm here. I ain't defend the belt. Can't lose it. Man. Oh,
You
ooh.
could literally show up in the ring, roll out, get the 10 count, keep your title.
But that's smart. I would count on victory. Fuck it. You can have that shit. So, but she hit her with the riptide. The two tag teams traded little barbs backstage prior to the match. So, but like you said, Ripley had a little animosity towards Liv Morgan. So,
Correct.
was Nikki ASH almost a superhero? Nikki Ash, was she right about Rhea Ripley? Was she the reason that they're attacked? Was everything she was saying, was that true?
No, because Nikki ASH is the one who attacked her.
Yeah, but think about
And
it.
if you're the one that attacks your partner, that makes you the heel.
But does that make you the heel?
Yeah, she attacked her partner when she tried to hug her and be friends.
Hey,
Now,
Shawn Michaels attacked Marty Jannetty. And Marty Jannetty was talking about he killed people when he was a crackhead. So allegedly.
now remember,
Shawn Michaels was like, I'm just getting out of this fucking relationship real quick. Super kick.
Now, remember, being a heel doesn't make you wrong, because we both know that heels, their biggest crime, if you will, is telling the truth. It's typically an inconvenient truth, but they tell it. You just don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
That being said,
True statement.
that
is a true statement anyone's ever said. You're right.
Nikki ASH, she could have been telling the truth, but she still attacked her partner. So that's what makes her the
Hey, maybe her partner, that fucking bitch had it coming. Maybe Nikki. Hey,
that's never defense in court.
Hey, maybe Nikki ASH, almost a superhero, is a futurist. Maybe she saw this shit. She was like,
Hey, maybe she was getting the jump on her before she can get jumped.
In 7 months, she gonna jump my ass. You know what? Psst, I'm gonna get her first. Hey, but what do we say? What do we say about bad guys?
Hey, I did just mad because I did it before you good.
There it is. That's why she mad. She mad because Nikki was like, I'm gonna get that bitch first.
Correct.
So it is what it is. Then we go to something that'll make you happy. Because Happy Corbin splits up with his boy Madcap Moss. He said the Andre the Giant Battle Royal thing was an anchor. It was beneath him. And then Madcap Moss goes out and has the match of his life. He beat Humberto Carrillo.
Now, hold on.
The match that made
the match of his life. That's kind of stretching. The fact that he unceremoniously threw Finn Balor over the top rope to win the Battle Royal, I think that kind of ranks up there. However, I feel for Madcap. He got tired of carrying this team all this time. So, like Ice Cube said, he dropped, and making all the dough. So he got rid of some dead weight. Madcap is going off on his own. His first singles match after getting rid of Happy Corbin is he fights Humberto, picks up the win. So, I mean, what can you say? Madcap's headed for greatness. Who knows? Maybe your next Intercontinental Champion, Madcap Moss.
Okay, wait a second. Let's stop this shit right now.
It's got to go somewhere. Come on. If you are in professional wrestling, your end game has got to be a title or a championship.
Your end game is the world title. I get it. I get what you're going to say.
Yeah.
I get it.
Baby, if you're not here to win the world title, you might as well just go home right now.
What I don't get is Madcap Moss,
the suspenders and the shorts.
WWE Intercontinental Champion. What I don't get, Madcap Moss, United States Champion. What I don't get, Madcap Moss, 24/7 Champion. What I did see was Madcap Moss beating Humberto Carrillo with the punchline as a finish. The punchline.
Most devastating move in wrestling today on SmackDown.
So
yesterday.
What I also don't understand is why the fuck is Madcap Moss chatting with Drew Gulak? Are we gonna see Madcap take off the suspenders? Is he gonna put the tights on? Is he gonna be a wrestler?
Put a little coalition together.
Oh, the coalition of everybody who gets beat up by Charlotte.
Hey, maybe, just maybe, Drew Gulak is going to put together the Gulak Appreciation Society.
Oh my fucking God. I'm done with the day.
And they're going to be a group of professional wrestlers in a sports entertainment company.
You know what? I can see Vince McMahon doing that.
It's petty.
It's super petty. That's petty. That's Teddy Pettigrew.
And what do we know about Vince?
He is Teddy Pettigrew.
Teddy Pettigrew.
Mm-hmm. He's petty as fuck.
Yes.
So speaking of being petty as fuck, Charlotte Flair denied tapping out to Ronda Rousey. Although we all saw it at WrestleMania 38, and the man we just mentioned, Drew Gulak, got attacked by her. Put him in a figure eight. Stupid. We had a pre-tape video package talking about Gunther Walter with his boy Ludwig Kaiser Permanente.
Ludwig Kaiser
Permanente. But then we had the match: Drew McIntyre versus Sami Zayn by count out again, because Sami Zayn is smart.
Correct.
I ain't getting fucked up by this psycho. But
so what's going to happen is how do you stop this? So here's the thing. And this is really me applying logic to an illogical situation, because this is professional wrestling.
You can't even do it.
McIntyre has no stake in this.
Nothing.
Really. Like, it literally last week, Sami Zayn was like, I want to wrestle the next guy who walks through the door. And it just so happened to be Drew McIntyre. All right. So in their match, McIntyre went for the Claymore. Sami Zayn rolls out, heads out to the crowd. I mean, okay, whatever. I mean, you get the win.
Look at this psycho shit that Throwback just put in the chat.
That'd be interesting.
Roman would get killed.
So, I mean, sure, Sammy should be like, screw this guy. I didn't want to wrestle him anyway. But McIntyre's like, who cares? Like, so what? Like, I've got no stake. There's nothing in this for win or lose. There's really nothing in this for me. So that being said, Sammy's rolled up the ring twice. Okay, so what? So what's your blow off to this quote unquote feud going to be? It doesn't even really seem like Drew really cares about this feud. He's just there. He literally is just there. This is a plug and play feud. So what are you going to do next? Put him in a cage? Put him in a false count anywhere match? Put him in an anything goes match? Maybe Sammy will have his own jackass crew show up. Maybe Sammy can hire Madcap and Drew Gulak.
Next week on SmackDown, we have a lumberjack match. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me explain the rules of a lumberjack match. I jump over the top rope. They throw me back in the ring. He gets thrown out. They throw him back in the ring. It is a filler. It is filler. But it's still a match. So if you're smart, you get tossed over the top rope. You run the fuck away from the lumberjacks. You get counted out. I guarantee you that's going to happen.
It's gonna look like 24/7 title match.
It's gonna yes. It's gonna look like some stupid shit. The 24/7 stuff might even happen in that match. Who knows?
Hey man, so look. So one thing, Sammy is really doing well in these like absurd matches.
That's why I'm saying he's gonna jump over the top rope and
maintaining his heat and maintaining his heat at the same time. So yeah, if he can somehow manage to load the Lumberjacks in his favor, that would be great.
No, he's
But that's
not
probably
going
gonna
to.
happen. But
That
that's
will
not
be
gonna
that wouldn't be right. If he loaded the Lumberjacks in his favor, then you would expect him to get away. Sammy is a sneaky motherfucker.
happen. Correct.
He's gonna get tossed over the top rope. Psst, done. Dip. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye. That's what's gonna happen. Trust
So
me.
this will have to end up in a cage.
It's gonna end up in like he's gonna get put in like a shark cage or some shit, or it's just some weird, it's some weird shit. It's gonna be like a Judy Bagwell on a forklift type of shit.
Salad steel cage.
Man. So Drew McIntyre obviously wins. Then we have the match that just before I go to that match, Butch got
man,
heat with his own faction.
Dude, stop. Ladies and gentlemen, as Bad Blood has said before, whether you want to call it Stockholm Syndrome, whether you want to feel like, you've just been drinking the Kool-Aid so long that you're just indoctrinated.
It's an
I
abusive
grew up with
relationship.
WWE. I watched this while growing up, and as a fan, I continue to watch it because there's a part of me that there's some parts that I like and I hold on to it, but there's a lot of it that I'm just like, I really wish this could get better. And when I say I wish they could get better, they've got all the talent, they've got all the ingredients to make it better. But it's like if you had a steak and you had seasonings and you had potatoes and you had asparagus, but then you ended up eating crackers and cheese whiz.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're just not doing something with what you got. And this right here happens to be one of those things. And this was Ricochet versus Jinder Mahal, the next Hulk Hogan.
Okay, so I'm going to do this. This match upset me so much that I'm going to leave. Go ahead, Julian.
So you got Jinder Mahal versus Ricochet. And of course, Jinder comes out with Shanky, or as I like to call him, Janky. And so what you have here is a former world champion in the form of Jinder Mahal fighting Ricochet, who in all his rights is a phenomenal wrestler, and this actual spot for him as IC champ is a great spot for him to be in. He's a bump machine. He flies all around the ring. He does some great spots. But number one, Jinder Mahal went for a submission move, which is out of his wheelhouse. He couldn't hit the Kalash. Sammy hit all his flippy shit, standing moonsault and coming off the top rope. Like I said, the shooting star press for the win, but it made Jinder Mahal look fucking stupid. And at the same time, Shanky was just standing there by ringside, not really helping out that much.
How much is Jinder Mahal weigh?
And so you've got a waste of talent. And so, like Throwback said, you call this a filler match. This is really a filler match for the IC title because, number one, we know that Sami Zayn should be the one fighting for the IC title. That's number one. Or maybe they're just holding it over for Nakamura to get beat by Roman Reigns and come back to the IC title. I don't know what it is. Maybe they're waiting for Drew Gulak to stop being a backstage announcer and come wrestle for the IC title. I don't know what it is. But all the fictions are there. You have got a list of dudes who should be lined up to be fighting for the Intercontinental Champion on SmackDown alone. That the list of talent that should be going after the IC title, including Madcap Moss, hell, including Happy Corbin, including one of the Humberto or the other guy.
No. Remember, he beat both of them already together.
What I'm saying is, there's a list of people who can be going after the IC title, and they're not. They're involved in these like little side feuds, like in a video game. They're involved in these little side feuds. But right here, Jinder Mahal as a former world champion looked stupid.
Okay, so let me ask this question while we're here. How much does Jinder Mahal weigh? Roughly, just throw a number out there.
I'd give him 210.
Okay,
220.
look, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna be honest with this shit. Gloves are off. I've seen Jinder Mahal. We think that Billy Gunn is big. Jinder Mahal is fucking bigger than Billy Gunn. Like, he is a monster. He's a fucking giant. Okay? He's a former WWE world champion who's beaten guys like Cena, who's had matches with like everybody. Ricochet has spent the better part of the last 2 years being a fucking ragdoll for everybody. Correct. Everybody. Ricochet is the Intercontinental Champion. You got to give him props. He's the champ. He does all the flips. He does all the. He is, by all honesty, Ricochet is a goddamn great worker. There should be no way Ricochet beat Jinder Mahal with Jinder Mahal having his fucking backup out there with him. Now, secondly, why in the fucking world would they put Jinder Mahal with muscle, right? He's there with the muscle, and the muscle doesn't do shit in a championship match. You know why? Because the WWE wants you to think that, hey, guess what? We don't want that to happen, so it's not going to happen. And so what? It's like being you ever watch a Naked Gun?
Yes.
Okay, so remember that one movie, One Naked Gun, I think it was like 33 and a third. Leslie Nielsen is like got his gun on, he's shooting at this guy. And the guy, no lie, is literally a foot away from him. And he's shooting at him too. And they're missing each other.
Yep.
Right? Just like some Call of Duty shit. Like, I'm standing here fucking shooting you, but you're not dying. I'm missing you. That movie is a spoof movie of like other movies. So it's supposed to be funny.
Correct.
This is not a spoof. You said it once, Julian, and it resonates every time I see some stupid shit like this. It resonates to me. The WWE is a fucking movie company that is making a sitcom about a show, about a wrestling show.
Yeah.
It's not me. This irritating.
Hey, dude, let me tell you something. Little sidebar here. I've never watched the show Scandal.
Yeah, I've watched every Monday night Raw.
That's what I'm saying. I've never watched the show Scandal. Shayla started rewatching Scandal, and I happened to be there, so I started watching it with her.
Mm-hmm.
And the show was very like fast paced, high pressure, high tension. So I could see what drew people in. But while watching Scandal, I said, God damn, this is like professional wrestling. Because you got side feuds, you've got, however, it's better structured than professional wrestling because everything ties together. And in a match like this, it's not tying into anything else. It's kind of like off on the side by itself. So what should happen? This should be part of Jinder Mahal's losing streak. He's going downhill from here. And at some point he blames Shanky. Of course, this is what they use to try and build Shanky up. It's not going to work. So you can skip this part of the feud you got.
Mm-hmm.
So like, you just don't listen to me for this part. He'll lose to Shanky. Of course, Shanky will go into obscurity because the guy's got as much charisma as a golf ball, a used golf ball.
Oh, what's it? Damn.
But anyway, Jinder Mahal will be at his lowest of lows. And you know who's going to throw him a life preserver?
I'm gone.
His boy, former 3MB member, Drew.
Oh,
and
my
he's going
God.
to give him his confidence. He'll bring him back. And then later on, they're going to be joined by the third man, the one-man rock band. And the 3MB is finally going to have that heel run they should have had from the get-go.
You know what? Thank you very much. Thank you very fucking much, my friend.
If I keep repeating it, like
it will
somebody
happen.
will pick it up and
It will happen.
they'll run with it. If you build it, they will come.
That's what she said.
And so the bad part here is, on this hand, you have Ricochet as a great worker putting on good matches.
Mm-hmm.
On this hand, you have Jinder Mahal as a good worker putting on a good match. The meat in between the two pieces of bread is a shit sandwich. It's still a sandwich. You got two pieces of bread, but there's just some shit in there. Now, if they can find some meat, some lettuce, and some mayo, that'd be great. We love a real sandwich.
Wow.
We're tired of the shit sandwich.
I am tired of the shit sandwich. I'm so tired of the shit sandwich. But the shit sandwiches every fucking Monday and Wednesday night. I mean Monday and Friday night, I'm sorry, because Wednesdays are good wrestling.
Like here,
I don't know, man. I don't know. There's so much. There's so much that you can unpack about this show.
So if this actually that'd be fantastic, that'd be great. But as a standalone, it's just like this could have been phenomenal to move forward a storyline, but they just didn't do it. So next, we have what do they call themselves? Sheamus and Ridge Holland. And Bush,
they're just three dudes with attitudes.
Blackpool Comedy Club, the Liverpool hooligans. I mean,
the last batch boys.
Anyway, they're berating Butch for being an asshole, and then Butch runs off, and Ridge Holland comes back. He's like, "Butch is gone." Well, the place is only so big. I mean, where could the motherfucker go?
Because Butch is a kid.
I'm sorry,
he needs to be on a leash.
Butch is a what?
He's a kid. He needs to be on a leash.
But
he needs to be on a leash.
Butch is a grown ass man.
Not on this show. He's not.
Butch is a grown ass man.
Not on this show. He's not. He's a little kid. He needs to be on a leash.
And so Butch runs off to where Kofi and Xavier are signing merch pictures and just attacks them.
Yes. Yeah.
Holy shit.
What does that tell you?
You know what? Butch is the new Enzo.
Bada bing, bada boom. Realest dude in the room. How you doing?
Butch is the guy in the room. Oh, wait, that don't sound right. Yeah.
Bada bing, bada boom. Butch's guy in the room. How you doing?
So Butch is out here and he just attacks him, and there's the pull apart, the breakup. So Butch will probably end up getting the backwoods next week.
Look.
So then let's just go to the next segment.
This is ridiculous.
Oh no. That's not ridiculous.
Oh,
this is ridiculous. We get to Lacey Evans. And Lacey Evans just gets on TV.
Shout out to Shayna Baszler's shirt.
Oh. Man, do you have a copy of that? Of the actual comic?
No.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, if you have never read Muhammad Ali versus Superman, you got to read it, because as much as wrestling uses these Deus Ex Machina resolutions to a story, you have Superman who's supposed to fight Muhammad Ali. So you're like, Superman fight Muhammad Ali? Superman's going to kick his ass.
Mm-hmm.
No, they're like, you're going to fight under a red sun. Well, under a red sun, Superman has no powers. Muhammad Ali beats the shit out of him. Mm-hmm. It's really well written. God, I forget who the artist is on it, but it's really well done. It actually came out in a giant-sized comic. It's a collector's item. I've got it somewhere in my garage, but man, That one is a classic. And this was done like in the late 70s. Great comic. Anyway, Shayna Baszler was wearing the Muhammad Ali vs. Superman t-shirt. First thing I saw, I was like, oh, that's fire. I was like, I got nothing but love for her for doing that.
When I saw that, I was like, yep.
Lacey Evans. She's coming out telling her family dirt, like just airing her dirty laundry about her family and how bad. Dude, who did her dad look like? Did her dad look like Jake the Snake's dad?
I thought it was Grizzly Smith.
Yeah.
Wait. Hold on. Let me look up something real quick.
It looked like Grizzly Smith with like really blonde hair, but her dad looked like a famous wrestler.
Well, the way she talked about her dad, like he was like this, like just legit like piece of shit, you know? Like,
Oh yeah, just drunk asshole. Had her shoveling shingles from the roofing company, and
you know, it's funny. Her
flipping over tables.
her wrestling name is Lacey Evans, but her real name is Macy Australia.
Ooh,
Like,
okay.
like stars.
So of course, you know, I'm from a broken home and shit was bad at home, and I grew up tough and everything was so bad, etc., etc. The first week, this again gives me flashbacks to Bobby Lashley, and I love my sisters. It's just, it's the backstory that you really don't need or care about. Like I don't feel bad for you. Like you grew up in a life of violence and you decided to become a wrestler. So, you know, what are you doing? Are you getting revenge? Are you like, you know, turning that anger into something else? And no mention of Ric Flair being her baby daddy, which is a shame. Maybe you're not paying child support. You're on mute.
How about now?
Oh, there we go.
Maybe he ain't paying child support.
And then, of course, afterwards, you had Natty and Shayna Baszler listen to her story, and they were like, this chick, we don't care about this shit. So we know where Lacey Evans' feud is going to start. It's going to start with Natty, and Natty's going to take the L.
Well, I don't think Natty is taking the L, considering Natty is destroying people down in NXT.
Where?
Sorry. Sorry, throwback.
This is the main roster, man.
Yeah, NXT doesn't exist in the main roster. I mean, look what they did to Tommaso Ciampa when he came up. They put him in a stupid ass comedy gimmick. No, that was not Grizzly Smith, but he looks like fucking Jake Snake Roberts' dad.
Yeah. When she put his picture up, I was like, it's like, is that one of the he looked like one of the Moondogs.
Oh, he does look like a Moondog.
Yeah, he looked like one of the Moondogs. It just popped in my head.
But you know, here's the thing. You know, her dad really passed away, right?
Yes.
So the fact that she's doing this whole thing, oh my God, I don't know, man. I don't know.
You know, Vince don't care. Vince is like, she was probably talking one day. She was like, yeah, my dad was a real piece of shit. Really? Tell me more. Oh, we got to get this on TV.
He's like, yeah.
Dad flipped the table and he threw food all over.
Yep.
And he made you beg for your allowance. She was like, I really don't want to talk about this, Vince. Oh, you're going to talk about it. He'll make you a baby face.
WWE Women's Star released a message on her Instagram earlier today remembering her father, who passed away recently via drug overdose after a battle with depression. Lacey expressed the pain that she and her family went through after her dad's death, and was adamant about those who suffer from the same disease to seek help no matter what. So you're doing a storyline about someone who had depression, who killed themselves. Okay.
Correct.
As someone who has depression, that's had those thoughts, why would you make it a fucking storyline?
I'm sorry. Say that one more time.
for someone who's had those thoughts and has dealt with depression, why would you make it a storyline?
Okay, so are you saying me that this? Are you telling me this is the worst storyline that WWE's ever done?
I mean, we've had Mae Young have sex with Mark Henry and make a hand, so no. They had Kane have sex with a corpse. No. They had Diamond Dallas Page come from WCW and become a stalker for the Undertaker. No. They've had Jeff Hardy, who was an alcoholic in rehab, do a bar fight where he got piss poured out his face. So no.
They had Hawk from Legion of Doom, who had problems with alcohol and drugs, do a drug abuse storyline where he was going to commit suicide off the top of the Titantron.
Yep, I remember that.
So, it's standard fare for, making things real, blurring the lines between reality and sports entertainment.
This is the type of shit that makes people turn the fucking channel. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to tell you not to watch WWE. I'm not going to tell you not to watch wrestling in general. What I'm going to tell you is this. If those are triggers that puts you in a specific mind frame,
don't watch it.
Don't fucking watch it. This is an abusive relationship with people.
But also, if this is just a storyline that you're like, this is some bullshit, don't watch it and let the ratings reflect it. So they stop doing it in the future. So that little mess is over. Once again, shout out to Shayna Baszler's t-shirt. With the best, when the best part of a segment is somebody's t-shirt, that segment was trash. Her shirt was not though. Shirt was fire.
Yeah.
So next we get to the main event because the time for talking is over. And we have Jimmy Uso, like I said, and Uso, I didn't know which one, but Jimmy Uso.
He looks like Moondog Rex.
Yeah. I'm
looking at it right now, looking at the poster she put up. Like her real dad looks like Moondog Rex.
Yeah. I was really hoping that they didn't put up the picture of an actual wrestler because they didn't want to put a picture of her dad.
Yeah, that's what I thought they were going to do because, they're
shitty
like that.
That would have been pretty shitty. That would have been real shitty.
Like, yeah, this guy fucking did this. And I was like, wait a second. I just seen that guy wrestling on the indie show yesterday.
God damn. Her dad's PJ Black? What the fuck?
Wow.
How that happened?
Damn, you went way far with that one. You're like PJ Black. I'm like, God damn.
So next we get Jimmy Uso versus Riddle. Not a bad match until the end.
I don't like Riddle.
I know. You don't like Riddle.
I don't. I just fucking can't stand it.
So the fact that he's in the match already makes it a 2.5.
No. You know what? I'm going to shit on Riddle when Riddle needs to be shit on. But tonight, he didn't need to be shit on. It was an actually good fucking match.
That RKO was trash.
Well, look.
It's not as
ladies and gentlemen.
I get it.
I'm going to say this once and one time only. If you can do a move, then do it. If you can't do a move, then fucking don't do it. That was trash. But the right person won.
The right person won, which lets me believe that the next match that we have is going to be J Uso versus Randy Orton.
Because WWE.
And of course, Randy Orton is going to beat him.
In the words of Backlash. Wait, before you even say anything else, let me give a shout out to Russell Talks. Just I just, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. But, lukewarm Luke Owen, he always says this. This company, remember that. Continue.
Okay.
Continue.
All right. So Riddle beats Jimmy Uso, which means that the next match is going to be Randy Orton versus Jey Uso.
This company.
Randy Orton is not going to lose that match.
This company.
Which means that at Backlash, the Usos are going to win and unify the tag team championships.
This company. And you know what's going to happen? The Usos are going to win because they're going to pin Riddle because
Yep.
Randy ain't taking that pin. And we're going to finally get the match that I've been asking for, Riddle versus Orton.
But also what we're going to get is what your man, the futurist right here, predicted or called for back in February this year.
Shoot.
Unify the championships, unify the tag team championships. If they decide to start defending them on NXT also, that would be fantastic. But just take the tag team championships on all 3 shows and defend them. Fight everybody. Give everybody a shot. Hell, challenge the NXT tag team champions. See if you can unify those titles too. Take them belts too.
Become like Matt Cardona, the new Ultimo Dragon.
Be the 6-belt Usos. 3-belt Usos, sorry. Because that means they each have 3 belts. That would be a great payoff to this. That will be the payoff to this. And then bring back the TV title. Or have somebody defend the North American Championship from NXT on all 3 shows. How about that?
Well, they got to have a Uso win the belt.
They got one at NXT.
No. He ain't Uso, even though they talk about his bloodline.
They can rope him in. He's a Fatu.
Look.
Anawai.
Look, look. NXT doesn't exist in the WWE.
Obviously they do because they defended the championship. Braun Breaker versus Ziggler.
When did that happen?
2 weeks ago.
Really? I don't remember that.
Yes.
I was brainwashed. They washed it. They scrubbed it out of my mind.
Remember Braun Breaker? He won. He won his title back.
Who?
Rex Steiner.
Oh, you mean Rick Steiner's son?
Yes.
Oh, Bronson Steiner, that guy. Oh, okay.
Yeah, now his dad captured
I
the cage.
I think I remember some of that shit. Yeah.
Yeah, his dad got kidnapped on NXT, if you're not watching.
Of course he did. Look, ladies and gentlemen.
Which may lead to a because there's only 2 guys there. I was gonna say which could lead to like a 6-man Steiner match on NXT.
Good. Hey, good.
Which people would actually really pop for. So
I mean, I'd love to see Rick Steiner in the ring once again.
And
Scott Steiner, I'd be too afraid for him to be near a mic.
Well, so Scott Steiner, the last time I saw him was on NWA Power.
He didn't look that bad.
Yeah, and he looked good. He's still doing, I want to say he was doing indie shows up until the end of last year. That's not some sign.
He was doing an indie show a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, he's still out there working. So, we can get him in the ring again. Teach these young kids a thing or two.
Wrestling news. Welcome, brother. How are you? Thanks for coming here. Hey guys, are you looking forward to the New Japan Pro Wrestling and AEW shows tonight? Battle of the Belts. Yes, I'm looking forward to Battle of the Belts.
In fact, there will be a Battle of the Belts watch along.
You want to do that? Let's do that.
Actually, I'm not going to be here for it, but I know you guys are doing it on.
I wasn't doing it, but I will if you want.
Oh, I thought you signed up for that.
I don't remember. Probably.
Maybe I was.
I get hit a lot. But yeah, this is gonna be a pretty good show. Give me 1 second.
So that was the end of the show. Jimmy Uso lost to Riddle. And the referee, while making the 3 count, totally ignored the fact that Randy Orton ran in the ring.
Of course he did.
Didn't break the count, didn't kick him out. So when Randy Orton ran in the ring, I thought the ref was going to break the count, shoo him out, and then there was going to be not twin magic, but interference. But nah, he just went ahead and made the count, and that was it. Early celebration. Because, that's Randy, so, whatever he does is just fine. Otherwise, he called the referee stupid.
Well, maybe the referee was stupid. That's amazing. Loving the channel. Great job, guys. Thank you very much, man. You know what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen? We're going to go over to Wrestling News, and we're going to go ahead and like, click, and subscribe on their shit as well, man. Yeah. So with that being said, look, ladies and gentlemen, it's another exciting edition of the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast on a Saturday, man. Oh my God.
Saturday.
Stay tuned because you never know what's going to happen. If you like this show, go like, click, and subscribe on our YouTube channels, Instagram, Twitter, everything. Let's go ahead and do that. And yeah, so we'll be right back. We'll see you guys next week with more of the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast
on Monday for the
Monday.
Raw Rundown.
Oh my God. You had to do that, didn't you?
Yeah, I
You
did.
had to remind me that we got to watch Raw on Monday. And ladies and
You
gentlemen, we
watch
watched 3 hours of Raw.
You don't have to.
Exactly. With that being said, look, I'm not even going to go to the adverts, and I'm just going to go home. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, the mixologist, Mr. Chemical Julian, I am the franchise, and we will see you guys on Monday. Peace.